Hey, what's up YouTube? It's the Mermail Master coming at you with another deck profile in honor of the hashtag to be Oscar with you. In honor of Team Time Riders Oscar, I'm going to do a Masked Hero deck profile to you. This is Team Time Rider Oscar style Masked Heroes. He has his own deck profile that he's going to also put up on a channel, but I wanted to do this deck profile. It's just a shout out I'm going to throw out to him. So we'll get this started right now. So Masked Heroes are a very, very strong deck, if only because they can go into Dark Law and they can go into Acid and they can go into cards that are easily able to be utilized by everyone who is responsible. So I'm gonna start the deck profile right now. I'm gonna do 3 copy of Shadow Mist, because Shadow Mist is the best hero right now because we don't have no Stratos in the deck, and it allows you to, when it's special summon, fetch a mask change from your deck to your hand, or any change quick play spell card. So you can't fetch the mask charge or any of that stuff, but we got mask change or mask change 2 or foreign change. Just a really, really good card. 2 copies of Bubble Man. When you have no card in your hand, you can special summon this to the field. Make your rank 4 XYZs. The 1 copy of Ice Edge. You can discard a thing to the graveyard and then do a direct attack. So he's just a really, really good card that allows a Time Rider direct power attack. It wouldn't be Team Time Rider Oscar deck without a Trick Clown. Trick Clown is a great card because you can discard it with that Ice Edge, or you can discard it with other cards, or even if you summon it off of like a Summoner Monk or something like that, ditch it to the graveyard to activate the effect of the XYZ monster you summon, like a Abyss Dweller or something like that, and then it special summons back. If you got a Bubble Man in your hand, you can go and make a second XYZ. Really, really good. 1 copy of Grand Mole, non-targeting bouncing, is always very, very good. 2 Goblinberg for triggering the special summon effects of your Shadow Mist or getting your Trick Clown onto the field. You can use Goblinberg for a variety of different purpose, and it's very easily searchable. 2 copies of Summoner Monk, same deal, discard a spell, get Summoner Monk on your side of the field. 1 Zephyros for reborning your guys back. You bounce a Bubble Man or something like that, you special summon, you can bring this guy to the field and then summon it again and make another rank 4. So it's about powering through those rank 4s inside this deck. And then the final card in the deck, 1 copy of Doggy Diver for face-up warrior XYZ monsters, and another monster that you can basically special summon to the field for those OTK. Moving on to the spell, 3 copy of A Hero Live. Very, very good spell card. Allow you to special summon a hero from your deck if your field has no face-up monster on it, and you pay half your life points. A special summon like your Shadow Mist, and fetch the mask change, and usually you can put together a string of attacks that can allow you to go for the OTK. So in this situation, this card will always be live, and even though you're taking a hefty life point cost in the late game, if you can fetch something back and then get a Dark Law or get an Anki or something onto the field, it can be very, very useful for you. 1 copy of Rhoda, because self-explanatory, fetches all your rank 4s from your deck to your hand and allows you to extend your plays in a very good circumstance. So that's why that's in there. And then this is supposed to be 1 singular copy of Raigeki. Raigeki, always a good card to have in the deck. It's a very, very important, clear your opponent's back row. Even if they special summon a whole bunch of stuff, or if you have like a Dark Law or something on the field, everything gets banished and nothing can trigger you. So the Raigeki is actually better here than it would be in other decks. It wouldn't be Masked Hero without 3 copy of Mask Change. Mass Change allow you to special summon all your Mass Hero Fusion monsters, and you're always going to want to search this card. It's just basically a free fusion, and it's a quick play, so it can be activated during either player's turn. You flip the Mass Change on their turn to make a first turn Dark Law. If they're playing like Burning Abyss or like, a Mermail deck or something like that, or something with heavy searching, that's going to be a big problem for them to try and get that off the field, especially if you play it first turn when they don't got nothing. 2 Mass Charge, get all your change spells back into your hand. Very, very good card, and you can fetch a hero back too. So it basically allows you a mask hero play right off the bat. Forbidden Lance, making sure those OTKs go through. Book of Moon, flip things face down so you can attack over them or so they don't attack you. And I run 1 copy of Form Change inside this deck right now because Form Change is the nut when you already got a Hero Fusion, which will be very, very often. You got that Hero Fusion and you can send it back to the extra deck to be reused later and special summon a different fusion monster onto the field. And the final spell is 1 copy of Foolish Burial. You can use this to ditch your Shadow Mist, you can use it to ditch your Zephyros, you can use it to ditch your Trick Clown. Just a very, very useful card. It's basically just like a free search, a free special summon. It's a very versatile because a lot of stuff has no graveyard effect. So very good card. Now moving on to the trap card. 3 copies of the Battle Guard Howling. The Battle Guard Howling is in here because when your opponent attacks your monster, you can send it when your monster is targeted by an effect or when it's targeted by an attack, then you are able to target a monster that your opponent controls, and this is any monster that they control, and inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of that monster, and then bounce it back to their hand. So it's a card that you can activate as a responsive trap, not only to an attack, but to anything that would not only destroy a monster, but will also target it. So, sometimes in warrior decks, your opponent is not going to see this coming, and that extra damage could sometimes be enough to seal you the game. So this is, in my opinion, a kind of blowout card in that nature. 3 copies Trap Stun. Flip this during your standby phase to negate trap card like Warning or Strike or Bottomless or anything your opponent will use to try to get your dudes off the field. 2 Mirror Force, same deal. And as I mentioned, I like this Mirror Force because under Dark Law, this Mirror Force will not only destroy your opponent's monsters, but it's also going to banish them and prevent them from triggering their effect in the graveyard. If you got Dark Law out on the field, a Mirror Force can be a very strong card. Torrential Tribute, same thing. Destroy and then banish. Bottomless Trap Hole, very, very good card. Vanity Emptiness, for preventing, you flip this up while you control a Dark Law, your opponent can't do nothing. And then the Ring of Destruction is in here for its use as a powerful card. Its effect has been somewhat neutered, but it's still very useful for your field. And then a final monster, a spell trap card right now, it's a Solemn Warning. Self-explanatory. So for the extra deck, you can do 2 Dark Law, an Anki, 2 Acid, and then a lot of the cards like the Double Attacker, Excaliburs, and different card like that to get together a whole bunch of Warrior XYZ monster and just attack your opponent for game. So that was my Team Time Rider to be Oscar with you deck profile on my Mass Hero deck, and I hope you enjoyed. Please remember to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Out.